What's up, Accountable Sports? This is going to be a big talk today.
Back at it for episode 3.
Yeah.
Here we're going to give our opinions on who we think is going to be the 99 overalls in Madden. Madden's coming out in about a month now.
About a month, yeah. I would think so.
And they always do a little preview and who they labeled as 99s and like the 99 club. So we thought we'd give our 2 cents on who we think is going to be in the 99 club.
Yeah, we've been playing Madden forever.
Yeah, since it started.
Yeah, right.
Like 98.
Yeah.
PlayStation, the OG.
So, to bring back who were the 99 club last year? It was Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack, DeAndre Hopkins,
and Bobby Wagner.
So
there was
3
4
defense, 1 offense.
Yep. So let's get it started. I guess we'll go by your list, and then I'll just say my differences.
Okay, so you want to go by my list?
Yeah.
Okay. So
who do you think is the 99? This is going to be the first. Right, this is going to be first corkboard material.
First cork. Yeah. I'm gonna mark it down.
We're gonna post it.
First one, I think it's the easiest one. I'll go off with Christian McCaffrey.
Yes. Yep.
Talk about a guy that just did it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he did 1,387 total rushing yards, 15 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Then he did 116 receptions, 1,005 yards, 4 receiving touchdowns. The guy just did it all.
Yeah. He's the third player in NFL history with 1,000 and 1,000.
Can you name the other 2?
I looked it up. It was...
Oh, you did look it up?
Yeah.
I would have guessed Marshall Faulk.
And the guy from the 49ers, believe it or not. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Gotcha.
And then he also had... Christian McCaffrey also had the NFL record for catches last year.
Yeah.
Beating
him himself.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he broke it last year.
Did he break? Oh, he might have broke it.
Then he had 107 last year.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And before that, the last player he broke was Matt Forte.
Wow. Matt Forte.
Yeah,
I love that back.
Blast from the past. Tulane.
Yeah.
You know who else was from Tulane?
JP lost.
No. But yeah, I'm in agreement with that. That's who I have on my list as well.
I think that was an easy one.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey. Early season MVP through the first 6 weeks. Even what Lamar was doing, Christian McCaffrey was.
And talk about doing it with. Cam Newton. He was there for a couple games, but then after that,
then you're
Kyle
Allen.
Yeah,
doing it with Kyle Allen. No real big name wide receivers. It was just all Christian McCaffrey, and the Panthers knew it.
Yeah.
And so did all defenses.
Mm-hmm. Sticking with that division, I got another player from that division. I think there's another easy one.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Guy did 149 receptions.
Yep.
1,725 receiving yards, 9 receiving touchdowns.
Yep.
And he did it without Drew Brees for half the season.
Yeah.
So, it just shows that he gets open. Quarterbacks are throwing him the ball.
Yeah, they trust his hands. He's not going to drop many. He had the reception record last year.
So
that's season receptions record last year. So you got 2 guys here breaking records.
You and I figured that, not even looking at your list, looking at it, I figured those 2.
Yeah.
Easy pick.
Yep.
Third one, I'm going to continue with it because he was a 99 last year. Right off the bat with the 99 club. I'm going to continue with it. I have Bobby Wagner.
Yes.
You have Bobby too?
I do have Bobby as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take Bobby Wagner. Yeah. He had 159 tackles last year. That was up 21 from last year. So if they give it to him 1 year and then he increases in stats, I'm assuming they're going to give it to him this year as well. Yeah. Also, he had 3 sacks. Up again. He only had so there's an analytics stat missed tackles, and he was only at 5%.
That's incredible.
Yeah, last year he was 0.7%.
What?
Yeah, that man's just a tackling machine. Led the league in tackles, 99 last year, and major linebacker stats went up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have him as a 99 as well. So those 3: Michael Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, Bobby Wagner so far.
Before we go on to more names, do you think how many total 99s do you think we're going to have?
I have 5 on mine. There was
5.
4 last year.
There was 4. Then they added a couple more. Like,
Yep.
I knew they added McCaffrey, they added Mahomes. And that was interesting. Was like,
But then they took some away, too.
right, yeah. Bobby left, Hopkins left.
They left Kuechly, or they upgraded Kuechly and then left him there.
Yeah, I think they did that because he retired.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, he still did good, but
Right.
I mean, to me, I feel like that was like Madden's like farewell thing.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Thank you for all what you did.
Yeah, thank you for being like one of the better linebackers in the NFL.
Talk about everything from like the NFC South.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some players in the
Some
NFC.
players down there. All right, so I'll like making like my last couple. Like I was thinking about it. Like Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, like he was like a questionable one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I know he dropped from sacks like 20.5 to down to 12.5.
Yep.
The guy is still efficient doing like getting to the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as a defensive tackle, I don't know if there's anyone as successful as him
I wouldn't say
rushing
that,
the quarterback.
No. I wouldn't put anyone else in his league
Yeah.
in terms of defensive tackles, rushing quarterbacks
Mm-hmm.
now.
But I think Madden wants to be a little different.
Yeah.
Like I think they want their 99 clubs to be a little different.
Yeah.
So that's why I think like Donald, Hopkins doesn't make this list. I
Yeah.
think like we replaced Hopkins with Thomas.
Yep. Now, don't get us wrong. Like we still probably have like Aaron Donald's still going to be a 98,
97. Yeah, something.
Like
I mean,
Hopkins will
yeah.
still probably be a 95, 96. It's not like we're saying they're trash or anything like
Yeah.
that. We're just saying that
We're
they're
just
not.
talking about the 99, like this
Yeah.
elite club.
Yeah, we're just saying they're not going to be in the elite club this year.
Yeah. Right off the bat.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to throw this one out. I'm going to put Stephon Gilmore.
Yes. I also have Stephon Gilmore
do you?
in mind. Yep.
The guy was. I'm a Bills fan. I know he left us, but he had 6 total interceptions. He took 2 of those back for touchdowns.
Yep.
Technically, based on Pro Football Reference, put him down for 0 total touchdowns.
But Bills fans know.
We all know John Brown smoked him.
Yeah.
So, and talk about like efficient, like looking back, we were looking at like completion ratings. Like he was targeted 101 times, only allowed 51 completions,
Yeah.
total of 50.5% completion rating.
Yeah.
Going against the number one most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch all Patriots games because I was watching Bills games. But
Right. I watched 2 of them at least.
Yeah, we watched 2 of them. So,
But I'm in agreement though with Stephon Gilmore. I mean, he was tied with the league with interceptions leader with the 6 with Tre'Davious White, and I think there was like one more in there too. But he also won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that was like one of my big kickers.
Yeah,
was like,
and I think that's part of one of the reasons I and you, it turns out, dropped Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald last year won Defensive Player of the Year, and he was a 99.
That's what I'm like. I think if we're going to keep it consistent, like if they're going to pick like their Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep. So Stephon Gilmore being as good as he was last year, Defensive Player of the Year, I think he gets that bump to 99.
And he's been first team All-Pro
last couple of years.
2 seasons with New England. Like based on consistency, based on Defensive Player of the Year, I think 99. I think that's like it's almost an easy one for me as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just going based on what they did last year with Defensive Player of the Year and like
and
that.
then not allowing like I don't know. I think they were like didn't they have a record for how many like allowed points?
Yeah, they were
the least amount of points allowed per season or something.
I forget what it was, but they were
on pace for it or something like that.
Something like that. I remember like CBS talking about it or like that. But yeah. So, do you have any others or?
See, this is where I was torn.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked about Aaron Donald not making it.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Mahomes cover of the game last year, eventually did make it.
Yeah. Surprised me. Like I really thought he was a 99. Like 50 touchdown passes 2 years
that's what I'm saying.
ago.
Like if
Cover of the game.
If he
not a
could
99.
make it a 99 off the bat by throwing 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns,
like that blew my mind.
What quarterback is going to make it with that?
Yeah.
So that's all. Like I was thinking about like Mahomes. Like even though like talking about being on a high, you won MVP last year. You take your team to the Super Bowl and win it. I think he's going to start off in the 97.
Yeah.
And I only think that because like all of his stats literally dropped.
Yeah.
Like went from 5,000 yards down to 4,000.
Yep.
Went from 50 throwing touchdowns down to 26.
Down to 26, and like 26 drops you into the middle of the pack almost.
Right, yeah.
Like, I mean, he was like 12th, 13th in passing touchdowns. I mean, his numbers were right on par with Carson Wentz. and we're not going to talk about him as a possibility for a 99.
right.
And Jimmy Garoppolo threw for more touchdowns.
More touchdowns, yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, people bum on Josh Allen not being accurate, and he threw for 6 less touchdowns than
right.
him. So
yeah,
like,
Josh Allen threw for 20. Patrick Mahomes threw for 26. Like again, we're not talking about Josh Allen being in the 99 club.
No.
So
Yeah.
I don't see like we said, like Patrick Mahomes will still be rated high. I just don't think he deserves a 99 again.
I don't think he will either. And going on with quarterback, I'm going to talk about another quarterback that had an incredible season last year.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think he's going to make it?
I originally had him as a 99, but after we looked up that Patrick Mahomes was not a 99 and he was the cover, one of my reasons for Lamar Jackson being a 99 was because he was on the cover. But I mean, he set the NFL record for rushing for a quarterback. I mean, he threw for 3,000 yards, ran for another 1,000. I think he had like 40-something total touchdowns. I mean,
but a 50 couldn't get you to 99
right,
for throwing. And I think Patrick Mahomes, I would assume, had a few rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, right.
1 to 4 of them. I don't know.
Right.
He had 50-plus touchdowns.
Yeah, so probably not this year. Like,
and this is really
maybe 95.
Last year was his first year start, so I think like, and Madden does that. Like, if you're consistently like great, you're gonna stay in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady didn't have the best statistical year like the last couple of years, but he's always in the 90s.
Yep.
Like, so I mean.
Yeah, it becomes persona instead of actually backed up by stats.
Yeah. So I mean.
But yeah, I did take Lamar Jackson off my list. So my list is Michael Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, Stephon Gilmore, Bobby Wagner, who we've hit on, and then my wild card, Quinton Nelson.
Ooh, giving some offensive lineman love. I love it.
Like, there is no more dominant of an offensive lineman than Quinton Nelson last year. He played 1,000 snaps, allowed 0 sacks, and only 3 penalties.
Wow.
Like, those are the only stats I could find on a lineman. There was no pancake blocks or...
No, they don't mark those things down anymore.
Madden covers them, though.
Yeah, right?
But, yeah, so, I mean, you play 1,000 snaps, allow 0 sacks, and have only 3 penalties called against you. First team All-Pro. I mean, he was a 92 last year. I think he finished out the season 92, 94, something like that. I forget. But I think he gets bumped up. I think the league even recognizes him as one of the premier guards in the league.
Yeah. I mean, I love the pick.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's my dark horse.
That's your dark horse. I'm gonna
so that's 5 for me.
See, I have my 5.
Yep. So who's your 5th?
My 4.
Okay.
I got my 4.
Yep.
And I'm gonna throw a 5th one for wild card, and I'm gonna say it. T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt. Okay.
Yeah. I'm saying that because they gave 2 defensive edge rushers last year.
Yeah.
And even though I'm picking T.J. Watt, I think there was a better one that did. Excuse me. There was a player that did even better than him last year. Mm-hmm. But I think being in Pittsburgh, almost making the playoffs with no Duck Hodges leading your team.
In the running for defensive player for part of the season.
Yeah, and I think he's still got a few votes.
Yeah.
Going like so. I mean, T.J. Watt, 14.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 8 forced fumbles. Like talking about that, pressure the quarterback, made plays, like, and like. Can you name who? I mean, no, his other edge rusher is a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised. So I thought you were going to go with Chandler Jones. See,
I like Chandler Jones. And,
and Jones,
I voiced him all last year about Defensive Player of the Year.
I did not know anything about Chandler Jones. It was all Stephon Gilmore. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick for a couple weeks after he got traded to Pittsburgh. It was T.J. Watt. It was
Watt.
In the Buffalo rumblings. It was Tre'Davious White because he was having a better year analytically than Stephon Gilmore. But it was like those 3, and you're like, hey, Chandler Jones is having one of the best seasons in the NFL, and no one's talking about it.
Talk about like if you had to take 2 teams from like each conference that gets like no love, Buffalo Bills and Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. It would be like the least watched Super Bowl because no one knows these teams.
Like no one talks about them. Like there's some great players, and I know we talk very highly of the Bills.
Yeah.
We're Bills fans, but Chandler Jones did 19.5 sacks last year and 8 forced fumbles.
And you didn't hear a peep about him.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Like, Aaron Donald did 20.5 last year and was, like,
Defensive player of the
praised.
year. Like, all holy. Like, here's a gold jacket already.
Mm-hmm.
And Chandler Jones does one less sack, and it's crickets.
Yeah. And talk about a team that, like I couldn't name you, like, I could name you Patrick Peterson. Can you name another star defensive? Like, I know they've drafted some, like, rookies, but, like,
Buda Baker
was a
still secondary, though, but, like, no one on the defensive line. I could not tell you another defensive lineman who an offense...
Who's your linebacker?
Right.
I mean, I know it's Isaiah Simmons now, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the guy, every team would have focused on him, and he still came out and just outperformed them.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they schemed for him. They threw blocking assignments to him. Probably called out his numbers.
They probably threw tight ends on his sides. Kept running back over on that side, and still did 19.5.
Yeah.
And like to a team that they faced against the 49ers twice, the Seahawks twice.
Predominantly rushing
the Rams.
teams.
I mean, the Rams threw a little bit more, but like they still run like 6 games of the year. They're running in the ball.
Yeah, predominantly rushing teams. I mean, that's what San Francisco's known
probably
for.
Get ahead on Arizona, so it's not like a team like for instance like New England or something that like gets ahead.
Yeah.
Or like the Rams last year, they got ahead and Aaron Donald was like, all right, pin the ears back, I'm going.
Right, because they can't run the ball at me. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. T.J. Watt and Chandler Jones are my dark horse. I hate putting 2 players.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking it's a second edge rusher.
Yeah,
that would make my 5th.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I'm still sticking with 4, but my 5th one.
I have 4 as well, and it's pretty unanimous between us. Michael Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, Stephon Gilmore, Bobby Wagner for the 4, and then our dark horses for the bulletin board material. I have Quinton Nelson.
That should be our bulletin. We should make like our 99. Like those are our 4, and then one on your side, one on my side. Like, I'll pick one. I'll switch. So because you only picked one, I'll pick one. I'll pick one dark horse. I'll pick T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt, okay. And I got Quinton Nelson. That's a big dark horse, offensive.
You know, I feel like it's funny because I feel like we would have flip flopped that one,
right?
But
so like us, follow us, subscribe us. Accountable Sports Talks on Facebook, AS Talk Show on Twitter, Accountable Sports on YouTube. Like, throw us some comments. I mean, we'll
comment.
We'll talk to you about them. Maybe you have a different list of 99s players that we didn't even consider, or like I mean, we talked about like George Kittle. I mean, towards the end of the year, he was getting up there in rating, so maybe they'll actually throw him as a 99. Don't know, but yeah. So I mean, those are our 4. No, those are our 4. And then we'll see who maybe a 5th is. Maybe they have completely different ones, and we're way off base. We'll see in about probably a month, maybe
even sooner.
Yeah, maybe they might do the leaks.
Yeah, because leaks. I mean, ESPN's got nothing going on now, so that'd be something that they could fill it in.
Yeah, fill some time with. Yeah. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next episode.
All right, see you guys.